Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Commonwealth might find out what's in store for the state budget soon. And a bill heading to the governor's desk would see an increase in punishment for animal cruelty.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 5:30 on Wednesday, March 27th. Now let's check in with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, everyone. A foggy start for a number of us this morning. Temperature-wise in the mid-40s. Cool scene to see this layer of fog continue to ebb and flow here over the last hour or so. And in the headlines for today, you got to keep in mind when we look over the next few days, our average highs are about 62. We'll fluctuate back and forth with that as we have a nice end to the work week. Ooh, it's only Wednesday morning. Nice end? Yeah, 3 days in a row. It's going to look really good. Easter weekend, though, still looking a little unsettled. Temperature-wise, 40s, close to 50 as you make your way toward Pikeville and Prestonsburg. Clintwood, though, is sitting at 38. Here is the satellite weather composite this morning. And again, the system from yesterday long gone. We've got a reinforcing shot of that cooler, drier air moving in. But at least behind that, it's high pressure. And the reason why we've got a good end to the work week. Out the door we get you for today. Partly cloudy and a forecast high this afternoon, getting up to 62. More about your First Alert 7-day forecast coming up in just a few moments. Olivia?
Tim, thank you. A new 2-year spending plan could receive final approval by lawmakers soon. A conference committee went over the final document yesterday morning, and it could be voted on in both chambers of the legislature as early as today. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on what is in the new version of the spending plan.
The new version of the state budget increases classroom spending by 3% the first year and 6% the second year. Teachers and staff should see larger paychecks.
But our overall intent was to be able to provide something that would allow for a meaningful raise inside of most of our local districts, recognizing the need to adhere to the SEEK formula.
State employees would also see raises.
We include salary adjustments to all employees of 3% and 3% in each fiscal year based off of the compensation and classification study that was previously submitted.
A conference committee released a report Tuesday that also included money for mental health and substance abuse treatment and waivers to fund them. There's $5 million to set up a STAR Academy system within public schools.
The STAR program is a school within a school. It is a private corporation that has asked for $1 million for 5 different schools.
There was some back and forth today about Kentucky State University. Some of the Democratic lawmakers say they are concerned because some money they thought that was going to be in the budget for KSU is no longer in there. Specifically, they say, for what the school wanted for their nursing program.
And so I'm a little bit concerned that we did not take on what he requested. This being the most important thing that he and the administration felt like were.
A lot of back and forth about the combination of some university presidents who had shifted the way their priorities lay and the way we handled those. We tried to take a uniform approach.
Legislative leaders say they hope to vote on a new budget possibly as early as Wednesday. In Frankfort, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Lawmakers will meet until Thursday of this week and then break for a veto session. They will return April 12th and 15th before adjourning. The state Senate is advancing a bill to end COVID vaccine mandates. SB 295 would stop schools, businesses, and hospitals from forcing people to get the vaccine. The bill's sponsor claims the vaccines have done more harm than good. Opponents say the bill goes against what's best for public health. The bill now heads to the House. A bill meant to strengthen animal cruelty laws is on its way to the governor's desk. House Bill 258 would add to the bill known as Romeo's Law. It deals with tougher penalties for the torture of a dog or a cat. The bill would also address hunters' dogs not mentioned in the original law. It passed with 31 yes votes and 5 voting no. Kentucky Public Schools could hire pastoral counselors under an amendment to a school safety bill, which is Senate Bill 2. The Lexington Herald Leader reports Republican Representative Josh Calloway offered up the change that he says would give schools and parents more options for school safety. But some Democrats raised questions and say this requires much more discussion, including training requirements. The bill now heads to the House for a vote. A man in Lexington has gone viral on TikTok and caught the attention of national media outlets, talking about something everyone can relate to: inflation. Now he's hoping to help others navigate the tricky waters. Kenneth Turner has been in central Kentucky all his life. He started out slinging pies at Jet's Pizza. Now he is an insurance agent. His social media presence recently landed him at the center of a Yahoo Finance article.
And all I'm doing is just providing information on insurance, what people can do, tips and tricks, how to get your insurance cheaper, coverages, and things like that. Like in my space, I'm just talking about what I do every single day.
His videos online have racked up more than 1 million views. His rent has gone up nearly 75% in the last few years. A survey shows Kentuckians pay about $500,000 a year or more in insurance than the national average. Turner says these videos and his message is his way of making sure everyone saves each penny they can. A Leslie County woman pleaded guilty in a murder case on Monday. Kiana Burton was charged following a shooting in November 2021 that left Jacqueline Lingard dead. Burton pleaded guilty as part of an agreement that calls for her to serve 22.5 years in jail. She will be sentenced May 1st. Burton is being held at the Leslie County Detention Center. In Laurel County, a woman is accused of shooting and killing her husband. 59-year-old Yolanda Lelli is charged with murder and tampering with evidence. Police say Lelli called 911 Monday night saying her husband was shot and was possibly dead and that she needed her lawyer. Manuel Lelli Jr. was found dead in the home. An arrest citation shows Lelli didn't call 911 until her son told her to. A man has been sentenced to prison following a murder that happened in Rowan County in 2014. 29-year-old Anthony Payson, along with 4 others, were involved in a break-in resulting in the murder of Bo Otis in his Rowan County home. KSP identified Payson as the man who fired the deadly shot. All of the other co-defendants were previously sentenced for their crimes. As part of the plea agreement, the Commonwealth recommended Payson serve 43 years in prison. 2 people are behind bars after police found illegal drugs on them during a traffic stop. Officers with KSP Post 9 CIU conducted the stop last week in Salyersville. During the stop, more than 50 grams of suspected meth, along with drug paraphernalia and a firearm, were seized. 46-year-old Jerry Finch of Salyersville, along with 34-year-old Felicia Crace of Jackson, were arrested. Finch and Crace were taken to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. The Breaks Interstate Park is continuing its improvements after recently renovating its conference center, lodging areas, and trails. The park is focused on having a cool summer. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more about the latest project.
I think it's going to be a real shot in the arm for people coming here.
The Breaks Interstate Park is working on its 5-year plan to continue making the mountains even more of a destination.
A place that people want to come and spend a week, not just come and visit a day.
Diving into an expansion project that officials hope will show a splash in tourism.
This abandoned mine land economic revitalization funding plays a role in bringing more people to our region to see its beauty and to spend a few dollars along the way.
The park was awarded $300,000 from Virginia Energy to help with the water park expansion project.
Well, they've had the water park, but now it's going to be a large pool with lots of opportunities for fun.
But those involved say the project is about more than expanding a pool.
This investment will enable Breaks to deliver a highly requested amenity by guests that is expected to increase visitation, resulting in the need to hire additional staff.
It is also about employing area people.
You know, the opportunities for young people to have their first job. Different ones spoke about that, and I'm a product of the Same way, I worked at a marina when I was a teenager.
Officials say things are going swimmingly with the project, and they hope to see the park and its surrounding communities soaking up the rewards of the investment.
There's a lot to do here, but having the swimming pool facility is just that cherry on top of the sundae that makes you realize this is really something special.
In Breaks, Virginia, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The water park is currently on budget and on schedule. Officials expect to host a ribbon cutting for the attraction on Memorial Day weekend. When we return, we'll take a look at the biggest reproductive rights case since the fall of Roe.
And after the rainfall yesterday, we're waking up to some areas of fog this morning. That's going to be a problem as you make your way out the door. We'll give you all the details with the First Alert 7-day forecast. That's all coming up right after this.